But this morning, something is terribly wrong. A chilling silence replaces the familiar stirrings of life from within the nest. Her sharp eyes, usually scanning the horizon for threats, now fixate on the ground. The nest is empty. Shattered eggshells, remnants of her future legacy, are all that remain. It's a vision of primeval wrath, her body slick with rain, her eyes locked on the thief. There is no negotiation, no hesitation. There is only the promise of retribution. The Titanoboa unwinds with lightning speed, its head rising to meet the challenge. In the mists of prehistoric Vietnam, 66 million years ago, a world unlike any other thrived. This was a land of giants, a sprawling jungle where survival was a constant, brutal battle. Here, among colossal ferns and under the shadow of ancient mountains, reigned one of the most formidable predators the Earth has ever known, the Tyrannosaurus rex. Our story begins as dawn's first light pierces the thick canopy. A massive T-Rex mother, a queen in her own right, stands guard over her nest. A proud, deep rumble echoes through the valley, a sound of maternal care. But this morning, something is terribly wrong. A chilling silence replaces the familiar stirrings of life from within the nest. Her sharp eyes, usually scanning the horizon for threats, now fixate on the ground. The nest is empty. Shattered eggshells, remnants of her future legacy, are all that remain. And leading away from this scene of devastation, a chilling clue, a wide, deep trail carved into the damp earth. The scent of a serpent hangs heavy in the air. A primeval rage begins to smolder within her. The camera follows the sinister path, winding through the labyrinthine jungle. It's a trail of destruction, left by a creature of immense size and power. And then we see it. Slithering through the undergrowth, its body a moving river of muscle and scales. Is the Titanoboa the largest snake to have ever existed? Its colossal form glides effortlessly over the muddy ground, a testament to its reign as the apex predator of this swampy domain. Tiny fragments of eggshell, stark white against its dark patterned scales, are a gruesome testament to its recent crime. It has plundered the nest of a queen, an act of supreme arrogance. The Titanoboa, sated and confident, has made a fatal miscalculation. It has not just stolen a meal, it has declared war. Back at the ravaged nest, the T-Rex's grief is rapidly turning into a burning inferno of fury. She lowers her massive head, her powerful olfactory senses deciphering the serpent's trail. The scent is fresh, a clear and undeniable insult. Her eyes, once filled with maternal warmth, now glow with a cold, predatory fire. She lifts her head, and a roar tears through the jungle, not a territorial call, but a promise of vengeance. The very ground trembles with her rage, and the smaller creatures of the forest scatter in terror. As if summoned by her fury, the sky darkens. The air grows heavy and humid, and the first fat drops of a tropical downpour begin to fall, washing the jungle in a curtain of gray. The hunt has begun. Deep within the jungle's heart, where the rain now falls in torrential sheets, the Titanoboa seeks shelter. It coils its immense body around the base of an ancient, gnarled tree, a living fortress of scales. The storm rages, thunder cracking overhead like the breaking of bones. The snake is content, digesting its stolen meal, unaware that destiny, in its most ferocious form, is closing in. Suddenly the foliage erupts. With a deafening roar that momentarily drowns out the thunder, the T-Rex bursts into the clearing. She is a vision of primeval wrath, her body slick with rain, her eyes locked on the thief. There is no negotiation, no hesitation. There is only the promise of retribution. The Titanoboa unwinds with lightning speed, its head rising to meet the challenge, hissing a defiant response. The clash of titans ignites. It's a maelstrom of tooth, claw, and scale, set against the dramatic backdrop of a raging thunderstorm. The T-Rex lunges, her powerful jaws snapping, aiming to crush the serpent's head. The Titanoboa, faster and more agile, evades the initial attack, its body a blur of motion. It strikes back, its own fangs aiming for the dinosaur's vulnerable throat. The T-Rex recoils, shaking her massive head. Lightning flashes, illuminating the epic struggle in stark dramatic relief. The ground turns to a muddy quagmire as they grapple, ancient trees groaning and splintering under their immense weight. This is more than a fight for survival. It's a battle for dominance, a primal conflict between two of history's greatest predators. The Titanoboa sees its opening. With incredible speed and strength, it begins to encircle the T-Rex. its powerful muscles contracting in a deadly embrace. The constrictor's grip tightens, squeezing the air from the dinosaur's lungs. The T-Rex lets out a strangled roar, her immense strength being tested to its absolute limit. But the queen of the dinosaurs is not so easily defeated. Fueled by a mother's rage, she finds a new reserve of power. She twists her body violently, using her sheer bulk and leg strength to resist the crushing pressure. Her jaws, a weapon of unparalleled force, find their mark. She bites down hard into the snake's coiling body, tearing through muscle and scale. The Titanoboa hisses in agony, its grip momentarily faltering. It's the chance she needs. With a final desperate surge of strength, the T-Rex breaks free from the constricting coils. Stumbling but not falling, she regains her footing in the churning mud. The wounded Titanoboa rears up for another strike, but it's too slow. The T-Rex charges, a force of unstoppable momentum. She slams the serpent's body against a massive granite boulder, the impact echoing like a thunderclap. Before the dazed snake can recover, the T-Rex delivers the final decisive blow. Her jaws, capable of crushing bone to dust, clamp down on the Titanoboa's neck. A sickening crunch reverberates through the clearing, and the giant serpent goes limp. The epic battle is over. The jungle, for a moment, falls utterly silent, the only sound the relentless drumming of the rain. Victory. The T-Rex stands over the lifeless body of her foe, her chest heaving as she draws in ragged breaths. Rain washes the blood and mud from her scales. She lifts her massive head towards the storm-racked sky and unleashes a victorious roar. It's a sound that travels for miles, a declaration to the entire jungle, to the very heavens, that she is the undisputed ruler of this land. A brilliant fork of lightning splits the sky, perfectly framing her silhouette in a moment of pure, primal majesty. She has avenged her young. She has reclaimed her honor. The queen still reigns. As the storm begins to subside, the camera slowly pulls back, offering a panoramic view of this lost world. We see the vast, misty jungle of prehistoric Vietnam stretching to the horizon, a tapestry of vibrant greens and deep shadows. Rivers carve their way through ancient valleys, and in the distance, volcanoes slumber. Our final shot is of the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, wounded but triumphant, turning away from her vanquished enemy. With heavy, deliberate steps, she begins the long walk back to her empty nest, a solitary, powerful figure in an immense and unforgiving world. A queen returning to her throne. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey back in time. If you were as captivated by this epic showdown as we were, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another prehistoric adventure. We'd love to hear what you thought in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.